Hey gang, welcome back to Joe Daddy's Garage. Today's video, I want to talk about that 68 Mustang Coupe. It is currently sitting under the 68 Camaro known as basket case. So let me address some issues with that car. As you know, I was rebuilding that car, putting on all new sheet metal, ran into some problems with the sheet metal. I didn't like it. I contacted AMD. AMD implied that they were going to help me out with sheet metal, and then they didn't have any parts. So I've been checking their inventory, and they don't show any of the parts that I need, or the main parts, the quarters and stuff like that, in their inventory right now. So that car has just been sitting to the side. In the meantime, I've been doing other things. I've been working on just regular cars, doing brake jobs and miscellaneous stuff like that. But I want to tell you about that 68 Mustang. So I had seen it for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and they had one picture of it, and I copied that picture and I showed it on my live stream, and somebody suggested that it may have been a rainbow of colors car. If you don't know what that is, by all means look it up so you have an idea what I'm talking about. But apparently it wasn't a rainbow of colors car. My understanding is they made about 550 of these cars that were special colors, and this one is not one of those. However, it is, in my opinion, a very, very solid car. Somebody has obviously started working on it. They took the engine out, transmission out, did a variety of things, and then I feel like they kind of abandoned the project. So it may have been passed around to a few different people, I don't know, but it's now in my garage. So I want to take a look at this car and show you what it has, what it's going to need, and maybe some other ideas that I might have for this car in the future. So let me roll it out here, and we'll start removing stuff so that we can see what's inside the car, and I can show you the condition of the sheet metal. Okay, it is now pretty much blown apart. I have the hood out here. You can see the original color underneath there. Obviously that's a new fender. That's the original fender. I've got a pair of doors over here. Those are not original to the car. Those were on a 6-cylinder car, but that doesn't matter. They're in good shape. I did notice, Roger and I, when we looked at this car, he spotted real quick on this passenger door that inside there is little Bondo worms. So there's some damage down here, and they tried to fix it with Bondo. I can save this door as long as it's got a good inner structure, which I feel like it does. The corners are always kind of the sketchiest part. There is a little bit of like a dent back there on that lower side, but it's all solid, so that can be saved. This door appears to be in great condition. Couldn't find any flaws with it, other than maybe some little dings and stuff. Now, I've got engine parts. Obviously a 2-barrel intake, a couple of heads, valve covers, crankshaft. On the other side of the car, as you saw me pull out, there's the block. And there are 2 brand new bumpers. I've got some trim panels. Unfortunately, I think they threw the cylinder heads on top of the rocker trim. So the one is really damaged. The other one, might be usable. Box of engine parts, miscellaneous nuts and bolts. Another one there. They, and I don't know if it was, I think it had to have been hit in the right front. And I don't know if that's why this is mangled, but that's not usable. They also managed to destroy both of the drip rail trim pieces, so can't use those. Not that big a deal, but I'd love to have the originals if I could. Over here, that's the heater box, glove box, wiper motor assembly, a granite steering wheel. In the back, I pulled out all of the other pieces and parts that were in the doors and the hinges, hood hinges, taillight assemblies, all that stuff. There is one major disappointment, and I probably already set it in there somewhere. It's probably buried. But when I was first looking at the vent windows, and there's one of them right there, I noted that they were in really great condition, and I was excited about that. And when I was pulling everything out, I found the lower ear for what I think is the passenger side vent window. I don't know if I can do anything with that. I know I put the piece in here somewhere, but not happy about that. But again, there's not much I can do about it. Now, in the trunk, I was really happy to see that these were in great condition. The ones I had on Jade were a bit rougher than this, so these are in great shape. And these are the 68 side marker lenses. There's one of the taillight lenses, so I have actually two good ones of those, and the buckets and all that stuff. They took the trunk hinge off. I think they were trying to repair that side, so that was part of their process. So the rods are still there for the trunk. Looking it over, in the trunk, I've got this big dent. Couldn't see that for all the junk that was in there, but that's not that big of a concern. If I do anything with that, if I can pull it, great. If I can't, at the most, what I could do is cut a section out, buy a panel, and just save that piece. Leave the rest of it all together. Looking in the trunk, in the inside of the quarters, they look just like they do on the outside. They're solid. So that's all good things. All the stuff up here looks good on this driver's side. The tail panel is solid. Very happy with that. And then of course when I get over here to the passenger side, I think I've shown that it's missing the quarter panel. And the evidence shows that it was hit on this side. Somebody has separated the wheelhouse and put in another one, sort of. You can see this was done a long time ago. That might even be braze holding this together. And I think what happened, this car may have been in an accident maybe as far back as the 80s, and somebody just parked it and left it sit. Because really the rest of the car I'll show you is in great shape. So this drop off here, most likely what I would do, I don't want to cut that whole panel out if I don't have to. I would do the same thing I did on Jade, and I would cut here. Now of course I would have to get it in right position, but cut it and then put in a new lower section. Replace the outer, at least the outer wheelhouse. Moving forward, the rocker panels are great, but this is what really got me excited. There's still paint on the floor pan, at least on this side, all the way in the back. The rear seat area, paint, no rust. I gotta show you something else. Look at this. Amateur attack here. Apparently they were trying to put in, or do something with the shocks, and they couldn't get it out. So they just hacked that up, and I hate that. I understand, if you can't get it out, there's something you got to do, but this isn't the way you do it. This side's still good. Otherwise, that was a perfect transition panel. I'll probably try to find a piece of that and rebuild that and try to make it look the way it should. Just unfortunate. But that's what some people do. They just kind of attack things. Firewall, all that's solid. This bugs me too. I don't know if they were trying to go with a 4-speed or what exactly. And pop riveting a piece of aluminum on top didn't help. The bigger concern is they cut the cross member that runs up inside this tunnel. But the good thing is I actually have that whole piece. I can make all that and put it back the way it was. So disappointing, but fixable. You can see on the driver's side there is surface rust, but there's no holes. There's no deep anything. There is a hole on that side, but that is like an overlap hole. You know, I think that would have had some seam sealer in there. It's not rust, so that's a good thing. It appears it did not have a center console. It did have the radio plate here, and it looks like they probably just had the regular trim in this location. Dash looks good. A-pillars, great shape. Windshield frame, all that stuff is in good shape. Oh, and the roof. The inside, there's no rust or anything, which is great. That may even be some of the old red primer or something, but nothing bad at all. Moving forward, kick panels, excellent shape. Cowl looks like it's in good shape. Everything up top here is got all the seam sealer, all good. Firewall, all that's good. Frame rails. Now you can see it's got a bunch of undercoating on this, and I'm not scared of any of that. I think that's all good because you pop it off and you got nice metal underneath it. So all this is great. Frame rail is in great shape. Now I know I have to replace this apron, which is normal. I'm going to end up replacing the core support because, you know, that just won't work. Driver side frame rail, again, great shape. Same thing with the torque box and all that stuff. So it's just overall, to me, is a really super solid car to start with. Kick panel, A-pillars, door jamb, look at all that. I mean, just fantastic condition. Yeah, you can just see that. I mean, this is, I could just wire brush that and throw some primer on, probably be fine. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe somebody was, they must have been trying to put a 4-speed in this, because I know it's an automatic car, but I didn't see this till now. There's a clutch pedal in here. Somebody had brought that up on another video that I did, that they thought they saw the clutch shaft, and I was like, I don't think so, but I couldn't see that pedal. So okay, so they went out of their way to put the somebody did at some point put in the clutch pedal, because I know it's an automatic car, but there's nothing you can't modify to make it work. So yep, they were right. I didn't even see that before. One thing I will point out as well, there is some rust right here on the quarter panel. That I would try to just patch that. And same way back here, there's a little back here. And if it needs to come apart, it will. I'll worry about that later. But I know it's a good solid car otherwise. So here's some bonus material. You know, I showed you the rest of the car, and I decided that I was going to get the Camaro out of the way so I can start working on that jig. And I wanted to show you the bottom of the 68 as best I can. So there's passenger side torque box, driver side torque box. I don't know if the light helps or not. There's floor pan, rear torque box, passenger side. The only thing I can see that is bad, or not really bad, but like right here, that is like bent. Like they meant to put a jack up against that and jacked it up and then taken a hammer and knocked it back down. But it's still all solid metal. Still has a lot of the seam sealer up in this corner. I know I'm hoping the light is working good. The exhaust is going to come off. It's kind of weird. They made it dead end into the axle. Of course, it has that 8-inch rear end under it. I think it's a 279 ratio. Frame rails, all good. Good and solid. Both sides. Same way in the back. Everything up there is good, like it should be. Hard to shine the light without having the light in the way. Very, very solid. So what I'm doing right now is I'm preparing to get the boat trailer in here, and I've been taking measurements, me and Roger. Hindsight 6'7". So we've been taking measurements, and it looks like it's going to work out really, really good. I also picked up some scrap metal today. So this is 2x3. I'm not sure what the wall thickness is, but 2x3 and 2x2 square tubing. This was a table or something that was at the scrapyard, so I picked this up for 20 bucks. You can't beat that. And then of course there's the boat trailer. So more on that later, and I'm just kind of prepping everything right now so I can get moving on that. Okay, so now you've seen the top of the car and the bottom of the car. And what I plan to do at this point is use this car as my jig template. I had mentioned before I had a 65 Mustang that I called the Straight Pony years ago, that I was initially planning on taking that car apart, kind of like this, and using it as my template for the jig that I wanted to build. And then I sold that car, so that didn't help. I had also picked up the 67 a year or so ago that I want to turn into a fastback, and I thought about using it as the template for the jig as well. And what I discovered was there's a problem with the right front frame rail. That car has had a bunch of work done to it, and I know now that I've looked at the 67 GTA that I showed in the previous video, and it had that right frame rail that was bumped up, I think this 67 that I have has that same issue, and I'm a little concerned with how square that car is, but I feel like this car is a much better candidate for this purpose. So the next video that I'm going to do, or plan to do, is the jig video. I did a video earlier this year with a boat trailer talking about part 1 in the jig series, and I've done some measuring, me and Roger, and as it turns out, that trailer is probably as close to perfect for this purpose as you can get, and you're going to see that as I move forward. So there's still a lot of stuff to do, a lot of measuring and different things like that, but that's the next step, is to get that in here. Of course, I do need to remove at least the front tires on this car. The rear axle has to come out, a bunch of little things to make space for the jig to actually work. So anyway, I'm going to get started. But I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up and leaving comments and all that sort of stuff. It helps the channel and helps the growth. And I look forward to getting another video out on this process very soon. So until next time, take care of yourselves. See ya.